Haven't read your word today. I got you. Share this with someone that needs to hear. Today we're on chapter 8 of Daniel, and it says, in the third year of the reign of King Bishop, a vision appeared to me, Daniel. After that which first saw me, which appeared to me at first. And I saw in the vision, and when I saw, I was in Susa, the citadel, which is in Providence, Elam. And I saw in the vision, I was at the Elam canal. I raised my eyes and saw, and behold, a ram standing on the bank of the canal. It had two horns, and both horns were high, but one was higher than the other, and the higher one came up last. I saw the ram charging westward and northward, and some southward. No beast could stand before him, and there was no one who could rescue him from his power. He did as he pleased and became great. As I was considering, behold, a male goat became from the west across the whole earth without touching the ground. And the goat had conspicuous horns. Bro, concept. How about y'all? But it says, without touching the ground, and the goat had conspicuous horns between his eyes. He came to the ram with two horns, which I had seen standing at the bank of the canal, and he ran to him with his powerful wrath. I saw him come close to the ram, and he was enraged against him, and struck the ram and broke his two horns. And the ram had no power to stand before him, but he cast down to the ground and trampled on him, and there was no one who could rescue the ram from his power. So I think that before we get even deeper, it says at start, like realize what it says. It says that the ram was charging westward, northward, southwards, and was running uncontrolled. And then out of nowhere, meets the, I believe it was a ram. So it was a ram running westward, and then he sees a goat. Okay. So this gets deep, and this might be a stretch, but my interpretation of this is, what did they used to sacrifice to God? They used to sacrifice rams, goats, right? And I think that the ram that is running rampant is Satan right now. He's in this world, and he has control because God has granted him some power in this. Does he really test people's faith to see if they want to choose God or not? Because he gives us free will. Either you worship Satan or you follow God. But it says that he had all this power until this goat came. Then the goat brought his wrath. What is Jesus coming to bring? His wrath upon the world for those that don't believe in him and aren't saved by it and made righteous through his grace. Okay? And it says nothing they can do. What can Satan do to God, who's omnipresent? Nothing. And it says, then the goat became exceedingly great, but when he was strong, the great horn was broken, and instead of it came four conspicuous horns towards the four winds of heaven. Out of one came a little horn, which grew exceedingly great towards the south, towards the east, and towards the glorious land. It grew great even to the host of heaven. And some of the hosts and some of the stars it threw down to the ground and trampled on them. And it became great, even as great as the prince of the host. And the regular burnt offering was taken away from him, and the place of his sanctuary was overthrown. And the host will be given over to it together with the regular burnt offering of the transgression. And it will throw truth to the ground, and it will act and prosper. Then I heard a holy one speaking, and another holy one said to the one who spoke, for how long is the vision concerning the regular burnt offering, the transgression that makes desolate, and the giving over of the sanctuary and host to be trampled underfoot? And he said to me, for 2,300 evenings and mornings, that the sanctuary shall be restored to its rightful state. The interpretation of the vision. It says, when I, Daniel, had seen the vision, I sought to understand it, and behold, there was stood before me one man having the appearance of a man. And I heard a man's voice between the banks of Uli, and said, Gabriel, make this man understand the vision. So this is God talking to the archangel Gabriel, okay? It says, when he came to me, I was frightened and fell upon me my face. But he said to me, understand, O son of man, talking to Daniel in this case, that the vision is for the time of the end. Talking about end time. So hold on. Let's really get into it. It says, and when he had spoken to me, I fell to a deep sleep with my face to the ground. But he touched me and made me stand up. He said, behold, I will make it known to you what shall be in the later end of the indignation. For it refers to the appointed time of the end, when Jesus comes back, when he's bringing wrath. Come on. It says, for it refers to the appointed time of the end. As for the ram you saw with the two horns, these are the kings of Media and Persia, and the goat is the king of Greece, and the great horn between his eyes is his first king. As for the horn that was broken, in place of the four kingdoms shall arise from his nation, but not with his power. And at the later end of their kingdom, when the transgressors have reached their limit, a king of bold face, one who understands riddles, and shall rise. His power shall be great, but not by his own power. And he shall cause this fearful destruction, and shall succeed in what he does, and destroy mighty men and the people who are the saints. By his cunning he shall make deceit prosper under his hand. In his own mind he shall become great. Without warning he shall destroy many, and he shall even rise up against the prince of princes. He shall be broken by but by no human hand. Okay, so this person's going to go up against a prince of peace, a prince of princes. That's what it says, capital P. You got to really look at the detail. Prince, capital P, of the human hand, of princes. Okay, he shall be broken. So, prince of princes. Who is that? When it says king of kings, it capitalizes the K to represent the authority. God is king over these. Is prince. He's the prince of peace over the people that are in power right now. The lowercase princes, the princes that rule in this world. Because who do they get their power from? God. Okay, it says weird on mine. But no human hand. The visions of the evenings and the mornings have been told is true, but seal up the vision, for it refers to many days from now. I, Daniel, was overcome and lay sick for some days. Then I rose and went about the king's business, but I appalled the vision, did not understand it. So even at this time, God revealed some of it, but he didn't reveal the whole thing to Daniel because that's so much to comprehend. Even now, he's still baffled trying to figure out how it works. Seek God today, and you'll have answers to these questions because God will continue giving you new revelations and revealing more to you. I love you, but Jesus loves you more.